and what I think is going to be the highest performing categories in cryptocurrency. All right. And we'll talk about that in just a few. But before we do, I want to share an update on Grand Theft Auto 6, right? Because this is the most highly anticipated game that is coming out allegedly at the end of this year. And not just I've been saying this for quite some time now, but I do believe Grand Theft Auto is going to have a digital marketplace inside of it. In other words, blockchain technology just might be involved in Grand Theft Auto. And if it is, like what I think it's going to be, and not just but many, then this game alone could be a huge catalyst, a huge factor in this next bull run cycle. And I'm talking about super cycle. Grand Theft Auto could absolutely change the game. I'm going to play some audio around some content that I've seen. Now, people are starting to wake up, but let's just listen to this and we'll talk about it. Listen to this, y'all.
GTA 6 might kick off the next crypto bull run, and most people don't even see it coming. Everyone's focused on the graphics, the trailer, the release date, but what if GTA 6 is actually a virtual economy in disguise? Last bull run, NFTs were just JPEGs and monkey pics. This time, it's different. GTA 6 could launch with its own NFT marketplace, where you can trade digital cars, homes, outfits, even weapons. Not just flex items, but assets with real value. Aiden Ross, FaZe Banks, and top streamers are already hyping it heavy. But what they're not saying? This game might double as a money machine. Imagine owning a nightclub in Vice City, renting it out while you sleep, or selling custom vehicles and drip in-game, all tokenized, all tradable. What if grinding in GTA 6 was no different than building in crypto, except it's fun, and you're getting paid? Rockstar's been silent, but Sony buying a crypto exchange wasn't random. The pieces are in place. This isn't just gaming anymore. It's the next frontier of digital wealth. Comment GTA, and we'll invite you to our private alpha group where we track the projects that'll actually matter. GTA 6 might kick off the next crypto bull.
All right. So GTA 6, could it kick off the next crypto bull run? Can GTA 6 introduce a marketplace that does all the things that you just heard? Abso-freaking-lutely, man. Are you kidding me? This thing has been in development for quite some time, and I believe it just might be how mainstream, how retail gets introduced to what we have been calling the metaverse. All right. Now, this is not an actual metaverse, but it is a stepping stone to it, right? So giving players and gamers the ability to monetize their time in game. All right. So one example, just to give y'all, a prediction is, imagine, the game, I believe, is $200, right? When the game comes out, and that's going to come with some GTA bucks, which is the currency. And in the currency in the game, let's just assume if I buy a car for 5,000 GTA bucks, and then I ride around and do missions in that car.
What's going on, guys?
Start
Hope everyone's doing
hooking
well.
the car
Thanks
up.
for
I start giving it a
listening.
paint job, some rims. I start upgrading it. I level up because I'm a great.
Let me know if there's anything specifically you're interested in, any cryptos. What you're bullish on while things are pumping. I want to know. I'm just kind of doing some research in the meantime, checking things out. Seeing what's going on with SUI and Picoin, XRP, Solana, all the usual suspects.
Well, I made $25,000 GTA buck profit, right? And now maybe I can convert that currency into my bank account. Not $25,000 USD. I'm saying just 25,000 GTA points or bucks. And now there's a system in place where I can buy things, upgrade it, resell it, make profit. I could do that with cars, guns, real estate. Maybe I could be a nightclub owner in game, right? So a whole economy beyond just streaming and monetizing your stream. Actual in-game economy, converting currency, converting USD into the GTA money, back into US dollar, back into my bank account, creating a whole world. And this becomes a game changer now because obviously people are going to want to play this game and monetize their time, make money, trade crypto, and be involved in such marketplaces. So game changer and huge for cryptocurrency, especially onboarding Web 2 to Web 3. We know it's coming. We know it's going to happen in a real way. But the question is how? Well, GTA absolutely can be that catalyst, can be that bridge to make it happen and teach the world, including other game developers, how to do this. All right. So I had to highlight that because Grand Theft Auto is going to be a huge, huge deal, ladies and gentlemen. Grant Cardone in the building. What's up, Mr. Grant Cardone? How are you, sir? Mr.
What's going on, big player?
I'm good.
You running it down? You running it
I'm
down or running around?
I'm running around the haters. I'm running it down for the people.
Haters don't run, bro. They chase.
Well, tell them to put on their track shoes, Mr. Cardone. What you doing over there, man? You building a house?
No, man. I'm making a little dessert.
I love that, man. Grant, man. I don't know how much you are into gaming, man, but I was just kind of, this Grand Theft Auto game is going to be a huge deal, man, especially for the next 5 years. And there's rumor that they're creating a digital world that includes blockchain, and it's like the first step into the metaverse where there will be an economy in the game. So imagine, gamers, they purchase a car or real estate in the game, and then they build it up through time, and then they resell it in the same economy. And that is the rumor for how technology is evolving into gaming, which then brings it back to blockchain and giving people the ability to make money, right? So you're somebody that's savvy with money, and you've been making money quite some time in a kind of like a traditional world, but now we're stepping into the digital world, and money is becoming, funny money is becoming real money, and then real money is becoming funny money, and that's the interesting part, man. But yeah, man, I'm just kind of.
Well, I'm not doing anything with the gaming, but I am. We've been combining real estate and Bitcoin as a hybrid, creating a fund around both of them. Like we take a piece of real estate that's 300 units, big deals, big projects. We buy them below replacement costs, and then we add Bitcoin, and we still cash flow positive. And the cash flow buys more Bitcoin. So we end up in like the fourth year, we end up with without any movement of either, we end up with 70% real estate that cash flows and 30% Bitcoin, waiting for the Bitcoin to make its ride. So we have a very stable asset combined with it's kind of a game, isn't it? I'm getting my damn tenants to buy my damn Bitcoin.
Hey, man. Well, is it a page out of Mr. Michael Saylor's book a little bit?
It is. I actually met with him, and he said, man, you should go public. You have an audience that loves you. They trust you. And I said, yeah, but I'm not public. I went to his house twice and sat down with him and showed him what I wanted to do. I said, yeah, but I'm not public, He said, well, you're definitely a public person. And he's like, you buy great assets. Why don't you figure out how to combine Bitcoin with the asset? So basically what I did was I went home after meeting and spending, I said, look, I'm more conservative than you, Michael. He's like, yeah, you're a pussy. True story. I came back to him. I said, look, I'm going to buy, I bought an $88 million piece of property for $72 million. And I basically stole the asset. And I just added $15 million of Bitcoin to the purchase with fiat. And so I'm back to the original price. And it still cash flows. And so, out of the cash flow, we then buy more Bitcoin. We just have we have stability and the volatility combined. And I showed it to my people that invest with me in my real estate, man. People went crazy. Fastest fund that we've ever raised. and we're on our fourth one already. And the first one started in January. Here we're only 3 months, and I got my fourth one going. So it should be a great thing for everybody. Because the real estate's problematic, you know, it's slow, it's boring, but that's what makes it a good asset, right? But when you combine the two together, you know, it's like putting me and you in the same room, bro.
Well, that's trouble, man. I mean, you put us in a room and it becomes trouble. But you know, a good trouble. Trouble is good sometimes, man. But I do believe, I do see the strategy, and I think it's genius. I think you are on pace and forward thinker. There's still huge percent of the world that is just kind of shaking in their boots, trying to decide if they want to get in or not. But look, man, the U.S. government adding 1 million Bitcoin to their strategic reserve, GameStop announcing a $1.5 million strategy around Bitcoin, and global adoption is around the corner. We're seeing BlackRock, we're seeing Strategy with their approach, and now Grant Cardone is taking a page out of the strategy to create his own strategy. And man, this thing is like is looking good, man. I mean, it's looking. You know, we know markets can be manipulated. We know that retail tends to always be last to the party, and everybody kind of hypes this market up at the wrong times. But I think this is an opportunity. President Trump alerted that this is the best time for people to get involved and be a part of what we call the wealth transfer. And this has been the best time for entrepreneurs to create, especially with all the tools that's around them accessible. We have AI now, which is the game changer. AI is the companion that we didn't have before that can assist us and guide us. And we're looking at a bright future, especially with this president and government being bullish on innovation. I see Bitcoin Barbie with a question. Bitcoin, you want to share? Go for it.
Yeah, real quick, if you don't mind. Question for Grant. I'm assuming that you're running this somewhat like a REIT, but tokenized?
I think Grant might be eating his dessert. Grant Cardone. Well, we'll give Grant a second or some time to respond if he wants to answer that. But you know what I think he's doing is great. I think the strategy Michael Saylor has shown a lot of people is going to be huge for cryptocurrency. And yeah, I mean, Grant sharing his approach is innovation that we're talking about. This is kind of like the forward thinking that the world is going to pick up on, slowly but surely, right? Like, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day, and crypto is not going to hit $1 million this year. But could it hit 150 or 200K? Absolutely. Could crypto continue to be,
Oh my gosh,
or
we are
Bitcoin, could
fucking
Bitcoin continue
mooning.
to be the best investment of all time? Absolutely.
Holy
I mean, it's
shit.
showing it 16 years straight now. And I compared the global market cap of the stock market compared to the global market cap of crypto at the beginning of this room. And
Holy
it's
shit.
safe to say there's a huge $120 trillion gap between the two, right? $120 trillion. So,
Sui's in the top 3.
Grant, are you there? I
Wow.
see Grant is off mic. Oh, maybe he couldn't. Maybe we couldn't hear him. All good. Grant Cardone, ladies and gentlemen. Shouts out to Grant. Grant Cardone. I do want to say, oh, the categories. I was kind of hinting earlier. The categories of cryptocurrency is interesting because for the last 5 years, meme coins have been dominant. Meme coins. Now we're entering new realms, all right? Advancements. And what are the categories most people are bullish on? All right, well, AI is one of them. There's a bunch of AI tokens that are building. We know that AI is the game changer, especially this cycle. But the one that I'm really eyeing and the one that I'm super bullish on for the near and long future is RWA, real world assets. All right. So I want to do an AI exercise for you guys to learn about RWA and the growth so far, because AI is the game changer. So instead of me, scrambling for the knowledge I've collected, let's just go to artificial intelligence, which I can admit is smarter than me, knows more than me, I should say. Definitely has a database of information that is extremely extensive. Let's find out. All right. So I'm going to ask, hey, AI, I heard that RWA, which is real world assets, is one of the fastest growing categories in cryptocurrency. Is it true that just about 5, 6 months ago, RWA was sitting around a $5 billion market cap, and now it is at a $35 billion market cap? And is it true that RWA is headed to over 20 trillion in market cap in the next 5 to 8 years, if not higher? Is this true? Why is RWA becoming one of the fastest growing categories? And please confirm this data and give us some information as well. Let's see. Come on, AI.
All right, here's the scoop on RWAs. The market for tokenized real-world assets has indeed seen explosive growth recently. It's currently around $18 billion, up 237% this year. Projections from firms like VanEck suggest it could surpass $50 billion by the end of 2025. The fast growth is driven by major financial institutions like BlackRock and Goldman Sachs jumping in. So while a $20 trillion market cap in the next 5 to 8 years might be ambitious, the trend is definitely pointing upwards.
Great. All right. So I'm going to ask some more. Okay. So RWA, so you're telling us this is a category we should pay attention to. Now, why is RWA so bullish? Is it because they are tokenizing things with already existing value and bringing it to the blockchain? Because, like, for example, meme coins don't have value until community creates value behind it and they tokenize the narrative. But can you please tell us, how does RWA have existing value from day one as it's being tokenized on chain?
Exactly. RWAs are bullish because they're tokenizing assets with real world value, like real estate, commodities, or even art. This means the asset's worth is established from day one, unlike meme coins, which rely heavily on community hype. By bringing these tangible assets onto the blockchain, RWAs offer transparency, liquidity, and fractional ownership, making them appealing to investors and adds legitimacy to the crypto space.
Okay. All right. Can you give us your top 10 picks for RWA projects we should look into? Do research and, of course, not financial advice. Let's see.
Here are some top RWA projects to check out. Centrifuge for real estate liquidity, Lofty for fractional US real estate ownership, Maple for over-collateralized Bitcoin loans, Ondo Finance for tokenized money market products, Algorand for scalable asset tokenization, and Polymath for security tokens. These platforms are bridging traditional finance with blockchain, offering exciting opportunities. Remember, always do your own research.
All right, great. Now, okay, so I need to highlight something else, right? Because RWA is a very important category for people to pay attention to. It is allowing for value to be tokenized, less speculation, more building. So I want to highlight somebody. This man is a super legend. His name is Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen has announced that he is tokenizing the Game 5 ball. That project is trading on Ethereum. Now, the Game 5 ball is the actual ball from the night the Chicago Bulls captured their first championship. This is June 12th, 1991, Game 5 of the NBA Finals. Can you tell me, why is the Game 5 ball important for RWA? This is considered the ball that changed the game. The Chicago Bulls' first championship winning ball, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen. And this is again the ball. That's the end of the Lakers
Anything on this
dynasty, the
website?
beginning of the Bull run, which is the Chicago Bull dynasty. And this ball is actually being
These are the
tokenized as an
only reasons
RWA.
why?
Can you do research on this project and tell me why people should consider being bullish on ball? All right, come on, chat.
Scottie Pippen's Game 5 ball project is significant for
There's nothing
RWAs
here.
because it tokenizes an iconic sports artifact. The ball represents a historic moment, the Chicago Bulls' first championship win, marking the end of the Lakers dynasty
Boring.
and the beginning of the Bulls dynasty. By tokenizing the ball on Ethereum, fans can own a piece of sports history. This unique blend of sports and blockchain technology offers a novel investment opportunity, but there have been concerns about the project's credibility. Still, for those interested in RWAs, it represents a fusion of real-world value and digital ownership.
Right. Okay. There you go. That is transparency, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So we'll talk about ball in a second. We'll talk about the transparency in the market, meme coins,
go.
AI, RWA. As you guys know, look, there's a lot of people that are new to crypto. There's a lot of people that don't know where to start. The answer is Bitcoin. That is where you start. Okay. Bitcoin is king. Now, we have AI tools. So just like I'm utilizing AI tools, right? This is how you guys utilize AI tools to fact check. So AI gave us a list of a handful of RWA tokens. It told us what it thought about ball. It can do the same exact thing to help you on your research journey. But I do need to emphasize, if you're new, Bitcoin is where you start. All right. If you don't know how to get crypto, utilize AI tools to help you. If you want to create a diverse portfolio, then utilize the access to community information and X, Y, and Z to really have your own strategies. Now, two things I need to emphasize: having a strategy to enter a project is just as important as have a strategy to exit a project. All right. So utilizing AI tools to help you on your journey is the real game changer. I see we have Zach on stage. What's up, Zach?
What's good,
Hey
man?
there.
What's happening, sir? How are you?
Good, man. I'd seen Barbie was in here, so I found y'all space. But yeah, man, just chilling. Bitcoin's doing its thing, man. It's good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm bullish, man. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. The question still stands: is alt season here? The potential is there. We saw historically this is what happens around these times, but we're not from the future and we can't predict exactly what is about to happen, but we could talk about it like sports. And yeah, man. So I'm super bullish on innovation. I'm super hopeful that the market will continue to rise. Now the question is when. That is what we don't know. We don't have a magic 8 ball, but we do have the game 5 ball here with us, which is, in my mind, the Mona Lisa of sports, and it's building RWA. We were just talking about the RWA category and why that's special and why I'm bullish on RWA. And I'm also bullish on this project that Scottie Pippen is the founder of. It's called Ball. And what he's doing is he's building the #1 sports brand on chain. This is more than just a basketball. This is culture coming to the blockchain, and also a lot of great things happening with Ball behind the scenes and in front of the camera. So I'm just paying attention. I recommend everybody does research on all projects, and of course, you start with Bitcoin, but there's a plethora of great projects out there. And yeah, people love to call altcoins shitcoins. I like to call them innovation, and I like to call them an opportunity to trade and buy more Bitcoin. So,
I couldn't agree more, bro. That's exactly how I look at altcoins. Here's the thing: if the way I look at it, bro, is this: could you confidently say anything outside of Bitcoin will be here 10 years from now? Right? I can't. So for right now, the altcoin space, it's heavy speculation. It's the early internet days. Who knows who's going to be the Amazon, the Google, the Apple, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. But I think one thing's a constant, that's Bitcoin. And even if it doesn't become transactional, it's as good as as being digital gold, right? And a store of value, the way it's hard coded. You ask a 30-year-old on the street if they're buying gold or Bitcoin, you know what the answer is going to be. Very, very rare to hear gold from somebody of that generation. So to me, it's easy for traditional finance to see it too. That's why we've seen so much, influx when the ETFs went live. But it's also interesting to pinpoint that and kind of, talk about altcoin season, right? Because we've been in a Bitcoin bull run for a while. Sure, we had a little meme coin rally here. We had a little AI rally here. A couple of things have done, popped off a little bit, but I don't think we're going to see another bull run like 2021 where you can just throw a dart blindfolded and hit bullseye, right? And I think to your point, where is TradFi going? It's RWA, right? Ondo's already doing it. They're tokenizing US treasuries, they're tokenizing US equities. That's what we're going to 24/7 trading. All of that's going to happen. So they're going to tokenize the financial world, right? That means everything needs to be redesigned, reimagined for the blockchain. That's my opinion. That's how I see it. So hell yeah, I'm going to invest in RWAs. What's the other groundbreaking, earth-shattering thing going on right now? AI, right? And AI merging with blockchain, robotics. So like those are kind of the sectors that I'm looking at. Of course, you have the L1s. You're always going to be able to, I think, make money on L1s until there's a clear winner in the smart contract space. Right now, it's ETH, but will it be ETH? I go back to the internet. It was Yahoo before Google came in and dominated, right? So to sit here and say ETH has just got it all figured out, we'll see. I think they're a big player, but Solana's eating away at them. Then you got SUI coming in, heavy hitters, very similar to Solana, VC backed, right? Guys from Facebook coming in hot and heavy. So I mean, who knows, right? But it makes it fun. And speculation is where you really create generational wealth, in my opinion. Bitcoin is how you keep it. That's how I see it.
Absolutely.
Speculate and win big in the altcoins. Take your profits, right, and get back in when the getting's good or whatever. But the way I'm playing it is just putting those profits back into Bitcoin, and seeing what's next.
I do wanna add on to that. Now, okay, Bitcoin is king. Bitcoin is the greatest investment savings account piece of technology. Questionable forever, right? But in my mind, yes, Bitcoin. Now, altcoins. Let's talk about it. The game changer. All right, I brought up Grand Theft Auto 6 as an example. Grand Theft Auto 6 is a platform. It is a gaming platform. It is one of the biggest gaming franchises of all time. In fact, it is the most anticipated game in a long time. And when it drops, it's going to be heavily covered and talked about, and huge influence in the gaming world as well as the tech world, streaming world, social media world, and also I believe blockchain. So what I believe that what Grand Theft Auto is about to bring to blockchain is what altcoins need, and that is a catalyst, right? That is an experience. So assuming that Sony purchasing blockchain and developing could be that leg up for Grand Theft Auto 6 to have a marketplace. And if GTA 6 offers a marketplace where kids, teens, adults utilize their time to make money by playing a video game, which is, in my mind, the first step into what we call the metaverse, an experience that includes blockchain technology and a world of unlimited people that we can engage with. I think that becomes the game changer for longevity in altcoins, because now something like a Grand Theft Auto 6 becomes a world where you can go buy digital real estate, open up a nightclub, charge GTA bucks for people to get inside your nightclub, hire comedians, hire talent, trade and purchase cars, upgrade cars, resell cars for 3x the value of what you purchased it. at, or buy weapons and then upgrade the weapons and then resell them based on your credibility and how good you are in the game. It becomes a game changer. And I think the future of these altcoin and experiences add a huge piece of value to what blockchain technology and innovation becomes. So we know the future of Bitcoin. We know where Bitcoin is going.
What's going
We
on, guys? Hope you're doing
understand
well. Thanks for tuning in.
the capacity of global adoption and what the United States is doing with the reserve and GameStop doing with its treasury and the FOMO aspect and creating this store of value around Bitcoin and the growth it has ahead of it. But then there's like this alternate side of blockchain technology, or the world that Satoshi created, which allows us to add blocks to the chain. And now I look at the Fortnite, or not Fortnite, but Grand Theft Auto experience and what that could mean for blockchain and what could that mean for the future of cryptocurrency. And I think this is where it's at, man. So again, I'm gonna play the clip of Grand Theft Auto just so you guys can hear a little bit about what the rumor is, and then we'll talk about Bitcoin and we'll talk about the direction this is all going. Here's the clip.
GTA 6 might kick off the next crypto bull run, and most people don't even see it coming. Everyone's focused on the graphics, the trailer, the release date, but what if GTA 6 is actually a virtual economy in disguise? Last bull run, NFTs were just JPEGs and monkey pics. This time, it's different. GTA 6 could launch with its own NFT marketplace, where you can trade digital cars, homes, outfits, even weapons. Not just flex items, but assets with real value. Aiden Ross, FaZe Banks, and top streamers are already hyping it heavy. But what they're not saying? This game might double as a money machine. Imagine owning a nightclub in Vice City, renting it out while you sleep, or selling custom vehicles and drip in game, all tokenized, all tradable. What if grinding in GTA 6 was no different than building in crypto, except it's fun and you're getting paid? Rockstar's been silent, but Sony buying a crypto exchange wasn't random. The pieces are in place. This isn't just gaming anymore. It's the next frontier of digital wealth. Comment GTA, and we'll invite you to our private alpha group.
All right, so there it is. All right, I'm bullish. They've been building this for quite some
What's going on,
time.
guys? Thanks for tuning in.
It
Hope
is
you're doing well.
expected to drop at the end of this year, and it could be a huge push towards what we believe a super cycle happening. So, how do you feel about that, Zach? I see we have Bitcoin Barbie back on stage. What are your thoughts on this approach to altcoin technology and innovation on the blockchain?
I could not agree more, man. I think, last cycle we saw gaming kind of burst on the scene, and now it's kind of fizzled out. But to me, one of the big questions we always have, right, is, well, what's the use case? To me, gaming and building great games on chain, having an NFT marketplace where people can trade assets, right, at the bare minimum, to me, that makes a lot of sense. And I think it brings into this whole conversation of NFTs, loyalty reward programs. Like, we're done with the, punch card, buy 5 coffees, get 1 free, right? If I want to trade something and Barbie has something that I have and we both are loyal to this brand, we should be able to do so on the blockchain, right? That's what it's there for. So I'm with you 100%, man. I'm excited about gaming in general. I think we're early, but I think it has a chance probably to bring in the most normies, people not in crypto, right out of the gate. You know what I mean? And super excited about it. I think you look at some of the platform plays and infrastructure plays. I like a lot of those too. Immutable X has been around for a really long time. There's a few others that I can go through, but I mean, all you have to do is go to the gaming sector, look at what's at the top, and kind of sift through there. I think that's a sector that not a lot of people are really thinking about at all, man. But yeah, I'm excited about it. I think, to me, how big is gaming? It's got to be in the multi billion.
3 billion people globally play games.
Yeah. I mean, that right there, I think speaks volumes, man. So yeah, I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, I agree, man. Shouts out to the GameFi Ball Project on this stage, also building on Fortnite. Fortnite mode is coming soon. I believe that's going to be huge for how Ball plays its part onboarding Web 2 to Web 3, which is very necessary, right? So we've been using this number for quite some time. We've been saying, 5% of the globe is only invested in crypto. What about the other 95%? And we've been saying that since the past, the last bull run. But yeah, people are not fully ready and they're not on board. They haven't been onboarded properly. There's been a lot of speculation and confusion around meme coins and what they really stand for, and a lot of people just kind of get pushed into the market. They don't get onboarded into the market. But now we have AI, which we keep calling the game changer, because you don't have to listen to your personal trainer anymore or your chef or your neighbor, because they made some money in crypto and now they can't shut their mouth and they're just going around with their big mouth telling people, "Oh my God, I told you about XRP. I told you about Dogecoin. You should get into this and you should get into that." Oh man, how many people has that kind of conversation wrecked? And Web2 doesn't realize that there's no customer support or crying at the casino when your trainer or barber puts you on to something, and as soon as they put you on, they don't answer their phone when you try to reach them later because you're at a 40-60% loss in their excitement. So we have AI now, guys. AI is the game changer. You utilize it and help it direct you into your strategies. Now, again, if you're brand new, you only focus on Bitcoin. You learn about Bitcoin, you understand why it has been the greatest investment of all time and why it continues to do so. You also identify the place we are currently in the timeline of growth, and we are still what I consider toddlers. We're learning how to crawl, we're learning how to walk. This thing is still brand new. The party has not yet begun. We're still putting up the balloons. And that is where we're at with Bitcoin, man. I mean, currently at, today it's hitting $93,000. I believe this will be a joke of a number when we're talking about 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, when it's in the millions. And this is the opportunity. This is the wealth transfer of a lifetime. This is the greatest and safest play of them all. But we're not going to dismiss innovation. And absolutely, the Solana Foundation, the Ethereum Foundation, Cardano, Chainlink, XRP, SUI, HBAR, even the tokenized narratives like Dogecoin and Shiba. As long as community exists, that is the greatest utility of all time. Community is what moves the market, and if community wants to tokenize narratives, or if they want to get together behind innovation, that's what pushes the market. And the more we're in tune, the more we can utilize some of these altcoins to be our push into more Bitcoin. And that's what a lot of people do in these cycles is they take advantage of altcoin season so they can trade, collect some profit, and have more profit to pour into Bitcoin, because the goal is have more Bitcoin. The game is play the market and achieve that Bitcoin, however your strategy is, right? If you're treating Doge and XRP like Bitcoin, then you're playing the game wrong. You're playing it wrong. All right. So just like you have an entry strategy, you must have an exit strategy. And our suggestion is focus on Bitcoin. I see we have crypto Bitcoin Barbie back. Welcome back, Barbie.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Thanks so much for having me back up. I rugged out there for a minute.
No problem.
I was kind of listening to what you guys were saying before, and absolutely I agree with what's going on with the NFTs and the ability to own those items. Just like Zach said, it's kind of going back to when we used to own CDs. I would like to think that everybody here is that old. When we had CDs and tapes and we actually had movies and DVDs instead of everything just being digital. And if you don't pay your subscription, that thing that you've paid multiple times for is completely gone. So I think that's really what this push is, in terms of the NFTs and all that.
Yeah, I think the innovation, the gaming aspect is huge, man. That is a huge bridge, absolutely, to get people, where they need to be as far as educating them on crypto and blockchain. Especially the more of the technology being implemented into games. So I am bullish on Grand Theft Auto 6 having a marketplace. I do believe it's extremely smart. It allows for that economy to live within it. And we've seen how massive Grand Theft Auto has been, but this is the next leg up, and this is the next gen version of it, which is huge. So time's going to tell. We're expected to get an idea of when that release is. We're hoping for the end of this year, and hey, that's perfect timing for what we believe $150,000 Bitcoin would look like. Hoping for towards the end of the year, if not higher. All right. Some people are claiming 250 or 300, but we're going to play the guessing game and guess low. 150 is where I believe it's headed and beyond, potentially by the end of this year. And there's a lot of great signs that's pointing towards that as far as adoption and innovation with blockchain technology. And again, I'm bullish in the category RWA, building real world assets, bringing real world assets on chain, giving more diversity in things that have existing value. They're tokenizing real estate, gold, stocks, bonds. And hey, Scottie Pippen is tokenizing the greatest sports collectible of all time, the holy grail of sports, which is the Chicago Bulls' first championship ball. And I think what he's doing is innovative too, bringing it to gaming, creating intellectual property and experiences, but also partnering with the bulls of the blockchain to create this story and build history with history. So RWA is my choice for the new category with exponential growth. AI is going to be an important category as well. Of course, Bitcoin is going to do what it was built to do. But I believe in the world of crypto. Unfortunately, there's 12 million tokens and 99.99% of them are complete trash and you need to stay all the way away from.
Going on, guys.
But
Hope you're doing well.
there are
Thanks for
absolutely
tuning in.
game-changing projects that deserve to be recognized or studied. And that's what we do. So unfortunately, Fartcoin and frogs and invisible dogs and stuff like that. Fortunately, and unfortunately, they'll be able to find success in these markets, but they're highly volatile. And people, if they like roller coaster rides, then good luck riding those. So Bitcoin and RWA for me. And then, of course, I play the casino too, but then I also know the rule. I don't cry in the casino. So when I do play the casino, it's for the purpose of more Bitcoin. And that's how I approach it. But don't be me. Be you. Be great. And be a part of innovation. I do want to invite you guys to the ball community. I'm going to share a link. It is a private link for you guys to join the community. And I'm going to actually find the tweet. So let me get you guys in this community. You guys see what's being built with this project. I am a part of this project. Super bullish on this project. I want to be able to answer any questions and help you guys understand what is being built with Ball, and also discuss this RWA lane, which I believe is huge. But Scotty is building something very special with Ball, and
Damn,
I'm along the ride. So you guys click the link at the
Wow.
top. Join that Telegram. Do
Anybody
not be
else
without
see this say
community.
25?
This is a great community. In fact, this community in here has shielded
I'm so
a
bullish
bunch
on
of
SUI.
updates in crypto that
Not even
has
funny.
changed the game for me and others. So we work as a community,
I really
and we work as a place for you guys to be in the know and also build something that is building from the ground up. So click the link at the top, get inside that Telegram, say hello, scroll up, read what everyone's saying, and learn about Ball. All right. And RWA. So I'm excited, man. I'm going to just say that to kind of say a lot. I see Tripto Boz is on stage. What's up, Tripto? What up? Welcome. There it is. Shouts out to Tripto. All right. Okay. Predictions. Predictions. Summers usually cool off. So if we are seeing some upside, if it happens to not be a pump fake right now, I'm looking at that $95,000 Bitcoin mark, and I'm bullish. If it passes 95, I'm bullish for the next month or so on crypto. I do see at some point in the summertime volatility, but I could be wrong. We could absolutely nosedive and explore the 70 and 60K range for Bitcoin equally. So it's a coin flip for me, but I'm more so on the upside personally. I think this is a slingshot effect. I think we've experienced 3 months of heartbreak and max pain. We saw altcoins go to support levels. We saw Ethereum go to what we believe is support levels, and Solana went under $100. I do believe it is a slingshot. I do believe that we're headed towards upside. That's my call. As if I'm calling the NBA Finals or the Super Bowl early. I'm just predicting the game. All right. I think this is where we're headed in the short term. But summer, I do expect a cool off, and I am bullish on an upside for Q4. The fourth quarter of this year, I do believe cryptocurrency will show itself and show what it's made of. So, look, to anyone that's brand new, please ask your questions. Hit that purple pill at the bottom right, or if you are, shy, we have AI. Go use Grok, use ChatGPT, use Google Gemini, use DeepSeek. Ask your questions with AI. There is no judgment with AI. It will help you. It will inform you. It educate you. It will lead you. But you are the one that are you're the one that really creates your own fate. Here you never rely on one thing 100%. You just help it. You help it help you. All right, I'll leave that there. But for anyone who wants to share any alpha, please do. I will be continuing this room, and I will be doing these
talk about Pi?
to help the people and inform them and have a.
I can talk about Pi coin. I was just checking out some SUI stuff. I think Pi is a lagger. It just lags behind the rest of crypto. So probably if we see a downtime, like if tomorrow everything is sideways, then Pi will be mooning. That's what I predict. Like it just kind of lags the rest of the market. I feel like even the down was not too bad of a downside. Can do some TA. Check out what's going on with Pi coin on the charts. Let me know if there's any other cryptos you guys are bullish on. Did you want that in the background, that space? What are your thoughts on having that in the background? Does it sound okay? Do you not care? Let me know. I thought I had Picoin right here. All right, let me pull it up. I'll pull up. Hop out at the after party. Wow, Bitcoin at 93.5 pretty much. That's crazy. All right. Oh, let me add a symbol real quick. Keep Picoin up here, baby. Let's go. Come on. Let's keep Picoin in there. Which one do I do? I think here's the one I have charts on already. Let me know what other cryptos you guys want to see. Hello? Is this going to load? All right, let's see. Yeah, so I already got some lines drawn up. I probably should do this. I like that little paper money thing. All right, let's see. We broke out of the wedge that I drew earlier. Nice. Yeah, I mean, I think things are looking pretty good for Picoin. Let's see. What's this level? Around 6.5 seems to be some resistance. Really anywhere in here could keep bouncing. I think I feel like we're pretty good. feel like momentum's headed in the right direction. I don't know. I don't know though. Like I said, it's just gonna do whatever the rest of the market is doing. Probably just lag it a little bit. Michelle Ello, I appreciate you asking a question. What can you say about Pi? I can say that I am bullish on Pi coin personally. Am I more bullish on Pi coin or SUI? That's hard to tell. That is very hard to tell right there. I'm definitely bullish on both of them. Yeah, I mean, Pi coin's looking pretty good here. Let's go down to the 5-minute. Check it out. Yeah, I mean, it's looking pretty chill. Just broke out of that wedge. That's nice. Can't really tell if it was an ascending or descending wedge. Just a normal wedge. Broke to the upside. That's nice. Love to see it. Oof, look at that. All right, let's check out a little bit closer, see what's going on here. Yeah, I think it'll probably consolidate around here, 0.64. Maybe make a little flag, boop, 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 and then boom. I don't know. I really think that this is going to keep breaking to the upside. As long as the rest of crypto is breaking to the upside, Picoin's going to keep breaking to the upside. We have been sitting in this price consolidation range for Picoin for way too long. Let me find Pi. We were singing Pie, Pie, Miss American Pie. Drove my Chevy to the levee, but the levee was dry. What's this say? Up it, listing cents, deep book price. He's talking about deep book. Yeah, baby. That's why I had my yields in. Shout out anybody that saw my Alpha 5 video. You'd be up big time right now. Anyways, let's get back to Pi. Move my little logo thing there. Look, I feel like we've been consolidating in this range for a long time. Picoin's pretty much been flat, if anything, starting to trend back up, while everything else was dumping for the last 2 weeks. It's been brutal the last 2 weeks, honestly. Picoin's been consolidating, though, right around here. I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good about where we are, honestly. Volume, 82 million. I mean, not amazing. It's not that bad, though. Let's check out what the rest of the volumes are looking like. Oh, wow. Jeez, look at that Tether volume. 100, is that billion? 100 Bilski. See where Pi is. SUI, love to see this. Look at SUI, guys. I'm just so bullish on SUI. I'm also very bullish on Picoin, but I'd love to see more things built on it. Did I pass it? Wow, it's dropped a lot in volume. Yeah, I don't see Picoin yet. Let me know when you see it. Stop. Wow, it's really dropped off in volume. No way. 64? That's not good. Let's see. Yeah, but it's got these good numbers here, 6.93. Those are holy numbers of the world, to be honest. Makes me bullish. Yeah, I don't know. It being so low in volume, not great. That's all I have to say about that, really. Not that great. Don't really like to see that. Of course, it's not on any of the major exchanges, but still, volume's falling like crazy. Like a hot rock. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. I'm bullish on Picoin. That volume is definitely not ideal, though. Don't like seeing that. Here, let me click on it. And yeah, I feel like the price has consolidated, honestly, around this range for long enough. Probably once we see it break up above 74, that'd be pretty nice. Zoom out a little bit. Get this guy out of here. So we'll add. Let's see. Yeah, once we break above, let's see. What's this around 75 cents? Ooh, we'll be back off to the races. 75 cents, then 84 cents will be next resistance, and $1. Let me go ahead and put some lines on here. Let's start looking onwards and upwards, baby. Let's do it. All right, let's get some lines on the upside here. Love to see that. I'm done with the lines on the downside, hopefully. go horizontal line. Where do we want this bad boy? I go around 75 cents is probably just a good number for people. Let's go just a little bit above it. We're a couple of these wicked too. Yeah, I'd give that 75.7586, maybe a little bit higher even. Could keep wicking. Yeah, let's move it up just a little bit. 0.766. And probably down a little bit. I don't like it that high. Yeah, actually, all right, I'm gonna leave that for now. Let's get some more lines on here. You put the line, the coconut. Shake it all up. All right, let's go. Oh, come on. Go a lot longer here. Boop. Yeah, let's go around, I guess, the 84-cent range. 83, 85, sure. What's up here? 87. Let's. I'd probably like to split this, I guess. Maybe just a little bit higher. Steady. I'm on a slippery surface here. All right, yeah, we'll call it around here. We'll say actually where this thing peaked around. Boink. All right, we'll call it 85 cents. Will be some next little resistance. Piste de le resistant. All right, and then let's go. Yeah, probably around $1.02. That makes sense. Maybe $1.03. Let's get another horizontal line in here. You put the. Just remember that these are in here. My last ones that I did were scary accurate. That was crazy, honestly. Here, I'll zoom out and show you those in a second. All right, that'll be the next little bit of resistance. Where are we? Yeah, these old ones. Man, that was crazy. I started out up here, just making this funnel. And then it broke out to the downside, boom. And when it hit here, boom, it dropped like crazy. So that's kind of just crazy, interesting. All right, then I made another funnel. I even have these on live stream, me making these funnels randomly. Look at this. Look at this funnel. Boom. Right as soon as it crossed that path, I cannot even freaking believe it. Same thing here. As soon as it crossed that line, boom. It's kind of crazy. So I'm just going to keep making lines on charts. Playing around, it's like my art. It's like my form of art, my art time. Oh, fuck off, the person left. Art time over. Hey, you got another like. Appreciate you liking whoever did that. All right, let's see. Drop another one. Yeah, probably around $1.20. What am I looking for? This guy. Welcome, homie. Hope you're doing well. Whoever tuned in, thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day so far, enjoying the markets being up. Ah, shit. All right, let's go. Yeah, around to 121. Sure. Yeah, around in that zone seems fair. Maybe just a little higher. I like not satisfying either of these. All right, I think that that is pretty solid. Let's keep going, working our way up. Ooh, this is tricky. I feel like somewhere in here is the next range. Could just throw some Fibonacci's and all that stuff on here, but I'm going all organic, baby. A farmer raised. All right, definitely up here, right here. Let me put that in first. Oh, maybe that's the difference between a horizontal line and a horizontal ray. I'm gonna throw on my blue light glasses too. My eyes are starting to ache. Guys, I'm probably ready to wrap up this live stream in a little bit. Nobody gives a shit about this. Nobody gives a flying fuck. All right, let's get boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna say there's the next piece of resistance. Yeah, I think I like. Right, just touching here. Bum 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 bum. All right, one more, or maybe two more. Horizontal lines. I'll be looking for some resistance. Piste de resistance. I did not mean to do that. Yeah, I feel like averaging this little cluster here, touching off of this. This is going to be a crazy range right in there. 1.5 to $2. That's a crazy time to be alive. Of course, let me throw one at the top of here. Little double top for us, psych everybody out. Thank you. Thank you very much. Right at $3, huh? Would you look at that? Little love tap on $3. All right, guys, this will be my contribution to the crypto society for today. Are there any more lines I want to put on here? Can't you see? Nah, I think we're just going to keep on moving up. Oh, can't you see what that woman been doing to me? All right. Yeah, I feel pretty good about this. We'll see where we're at next time. Appreciate whoever the hell is listening to this right now. All 1 to 2 people on the planet. Appreciate you. Much love.